Hey, our big story list rolls on now with a big need for a project to help your neighbors in need. Magnolia Avenue United Methodist Church, home to one of the largest worming shelters in the area, needs a new HVAC system. The center at Magnolia Avenue UMC hosts about 40 people per night, and according to Pastor Tim Jackson, the church is currently without heat in some parts of the building, heating those areas with space heaters so the church can, well, keep serving its mission.
Obviously, a warming center needs to be warm. There's no doubt that our warming center inside here, even with our small space heaters, is much warmer than outside. And in here, they can get hot coffee, hot cocoa, hot meals, fellowship, and love and encouragement support that they can't get out there on the streets.
Pastor Jackson says the church is looking into the cost of a fix, estimated to be around $18,000. If you're interested in helping, the church is accepting money via Venmo or by checks made out to Magnolia Avenue United Methodist. As for the rest of the city and county warming centers, yesterday the Office on Housing and Stability told us a need still exists for blankets as well as sleeping bags. A dedicated trailer is set up as a collection point at Knox Area Rescue Ministries North Broadway location. And we have a list of the warming centers and how to help at WATE.com. Here's a trend we're seeing on the heels of the snowy weekend. Lots of people washing the road salt off their cars. This was the long line at the Pure Magic Car Wash in Fountain City. The salt is important to clean off. It can damage your car's paint if you're not careful. Underneath your car, it increases the chance of rust damage and corrosion to your brake and fuel lines. Auto experts say if there is salt on your car, do not use a cloth to wipe it. This could actually scratch the paintwork. And some big answers about a deadly shooting. Court documents show investigators were looking into a Knox County teenager as part of a drug investigation before he was shot and killed by deputies. That shooting happened January 3rd as the Knox County SWAT team was serving warrants at a home on Sevierville Pike. The warrant showed Davon St. Germain posted pictures on Instagram, which investigators claim showed large amounts of marijuana and cash. Now, those posts, deputies claim, also mentioned selling drugs at school. As we've been reporting, the 18-year-old was a student last semester at South Doyle High. Investigators in the court documents claim St. Germain had connections with gang members operating in the Montgomery Village neighborhood. And 6 News obtained a document showing the search turned up marijuana that had been grown in the basement of the house, plus a powder that tested positive for ecstasy, as well as a rifle and 2 handguns. Now, the Knox County Sheriff's Office said after the shooting that St. Germain displayed a gun and refused to follow commands from deputies. TBI is now investigating the shooting, which is standard practice when someone is shot by law enforcement. Next on our list, a family hoping an autopsy will shed some light now on what happened inside Knox County's detention center. According to their attorney, that's where David Batts died 1 week ago. Lance Baker with the Baker Law Firm tells 6 News his firm has little information about the exact sequence of events. But according to a news release, the firm claims Batts was hit several times and officers used stun guns. They're unsure about what else may have been behind Batts' injuries to cause his death. Now, 6 News has requested the autopsy report. We have also reached out to the Sheriff's Office for comment. Whenever we get an update, of course, we will be sure to share it with you. A big moment for state government today. Tennessee's General Assembly kicking off its session today. Part of the day one process includes deciding on the rules for this session, which they can change every year. One of the most controversial would limit each lawmaker to just 10 bills each for the entire session. Now, once debate actually begins, we're expecting a proposed change to the school funding to be at the forefront of discussion this year, with the governor making a push for his Educational Freedom Act. The governor called for the expansion of the state's voucher program last year, but Republicans failed to agree on the details of the plan.
Educational freedom can change a child's life, and we know that. And so this is why we want to see universal access to all families.
Local school districts statewide have voiced their disagreement with vouchers. One opposition group, the Public School Strong TN Campaign, is hosting a meeting tonight here in Knoxville, and we'll take you to that event coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Immigration is another top concern this session, with House Majority Leader William Lamberth filing a bill requiring election coordinators to verify voter eligibility based on immigration status. Another bill we're keeping track of focuses on traffic safety around schools. It would require the Tennessee Department of Transportation to establish a student pedestrian grant program. This program would award local governments money to design or repair sidewalk infrastructure around public schools. Zoe Scott with Bike Walk Knoxville says this bill would improve student safety.
This bill does not have a price tag on it that would allow TDOT to distribute grants to local governments for building things like sidewalks and crosswalks near schools, which is really important because infrastructure projects are very, very expensive, and most of the time local governments simply do not have enough money to meet that need. But we want to make sure that all of our students can walk to school safely.
In February of 2024, a student was hit by an SUV in a crosswalk near West High School as the SUV turned onto Sutherland Avenue at Tobler Lane. Now, the city responded with measures aimed to better protect pedestrians, forcing drivers to slow down and make wider turns while increasing pedestrian visibility. Meanwhile, a panel of judges has cleared the way to enforce a law passed in the last session requiring pornographic websites to verify ages of visitors from Tennessee. The law was originally slated to go into effect on January 1st, but it was temporarily blocked. One lawsuit opposing the law cited free speech protections for adults. But in the latest Tennessee ruling, the Sixth Circuit panel wrote the district judge did not show that any potentially unconstitutional aspects of the law would outweigh its constitutional uses. The legal fight is expected, though, to continue.